I like to give books to my friends.
I kind of like to give small trinkets.
I found a pair of earrings for a coworker of mine.
Merriment or madness. Either way you look at it, finding the perfect gift is work. That's one reason to shop local, say small business owners.
You tend to find better gifts. I think a brick and mortar in particular is really interesting because you may not know what you're going to walk out with when you walk in. Another benefit of shopping local is that you're getting somebody's creative vision.
The creative vision of husband and wife team Kathleen and Eric Gendron is this glittering, nature-inspired shop, Ravenstone. Located in the heart of downtown Lynn, Ravenstone is adding to the city's already colorful business district.
We just like to surround ourselves with the things that make us happy.
Crystals are a major showpiece here, gleaming in every color and shape. They appeal to casual buyers and serious collectors. Some believe the stones have healing properties, say the Gendrons.
We hand select every single crystal and stone we carry in our shop. We love treasure hunting, so we're going to all of the big gem and mineral shows. We think crystals are the perfect gift. Everyone, whether you're into the metaphysical side or the geological side, a beautiful piece of earth, you can't beat that.
The Gendrons opened Ravenstone in 2020, having never worked in retail before.
We both had pretty corporate jobs when we moved to Lynn. I worked in marketing in Boston, and Eric ran a recruiting company in Boston.
Their career paths changed after Kathleen started making jewelry.
As kind of a shy, introverted person, big, bold jewelry has always been something that helps me connect with people, sparks conversations that maybe I don't have the guts to start.
Ravenstone devotes an entire wall to Kathleen's designs. This two-story shop also houses an apothecary and a bookstore, which is stocked with a small but diverse selection. Framed insect art adorns the walls.
When we decided we were going to open a store, we didn't know really how to go about buying things, so we figured the best way to do it was just to carry stuff that we genuinely like.
And that's one way to approach gift giving, says Eric.
My advice is always to find something that you would want to receive.
The Gendrons also say there is an art to browsing at Ravenstone. Relax, explore, and just see what captures your attention.
We want it to feel like an oasis. Reconnect with yourself, reconnect with nature, and get inspired.
Behind this window display in South Boston is a small, cheerful jungle. This is Microplant Studio, founded in 2018 by Julio Cesar Roman. Roman carries a wide array of houseplants, many of which are pet-friendly. The priority here, easy maintenance.
The way we like to think about it is we cannot take care of it, we will not carry it. You fall in love with the plant, and we walk you through the steps of how to care for it, or we try to match your lifestyle with a plant.
For a gift, Roman suggests the always photogenic ficus.
It's a very easy plant overall to care. It loves some direct sunlight. Just make sure to keep it away from cold draft and heater. Extreme temperatures actually will make the leaves fall.
Roman says tending to plants can nurture and heal people, including himself.
I actually am originally from Puerto Rico, Maya West in the West Coast. That's actually where my passion for plants started.
When he was a child, Roman and his mom moved to the mainland on the East Coast.
We jumped from one state to another state as a way to actually overcome domestic violence.
Eventually, they settled in Hartford, Connecticut. With the help of teachers, Roman embraced his artistic side. He received an arts degree and spent years in the nonprofit world. Then he had a health scare.
I only had plants during my recovery process, and that was the thing that it brought a smile to me. I ended up with over 250 plants, and that's how I actually started my business. So Emerson, where do you think we should put this cat?
At Microplant Studio, Roman also 3D prints vases and home decor. He and studio assistant Emerson Joseph Ferrara do flower arranging and design displays for corporate and gala events. All of this is fulfilling work, says Roman. He believes plants are one way to gift up your spirits.
You see something that is growing. And the reason that things actually grow is because you're pouring your love and your heart into it.
And the Gendrons say they are big cheerleaders for the city of Lynn with its growing number of independent businesses, not to mention so much public art downtown. As for Julio Roman at Microplant Studio, we mentioned he has done nonprofit work in the past. He was an arts educator in the South End and Roxbury and organized plant workshops as a way to bring young people and their families together. Up next, when a celebrity samples your product.